So maybe if I just like do this.
Let's see here.
It's crazy though, because when I started doing
There you go.
what I'm doing right here, I've been way out of breath already.
So apparently this is Eric Gillihan, who is apparently pretty fat and he's losing weight. And it's I've gotten a whole nother view on fatness, and I'm so fat, compared to I've never been so fat as this before, and it's actually not that big, it's 112 kilos and all that, but that's fat, it's there, it's fat, lots of fat just on the stomach and all that, and I don't really look that fat, but I am fat, and of course I can, of course I have glass in my feet now, so that doesn't help in regards of walking correctly, and it's terrible on so many levels, getting symptoms in my hands and fingertips and all that, not feeling normal, and you need to blow on them sometimes because it doesn't feel right anymore. It's disgusting, but that's because I have glass in my feet. The body reacts, and then apparently you can get problems in your hand palms. It began in the fingertips, and then it went to the hand palms, and it's not so good. It doesn't feel good. But anyway, in regards of fatness, that's of course a thing that I can lose weight if I stop eating and all that. So this guy is fat as well. And apparently I guess he couldn't stand up beforehand, and he's losing fat at the moment, so now he's trying to stand up, and going pretty good for him. Well, that's a lot of kilos that he has.
It's crazy. I am starting to feel it in my butt, in the back part, and it's cramping up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go till 3 minutes here, and then I'm gonna start to lean. There we go.
Okay, so he had like three minutes he could stand upright, and apparently he's losing weight and all that. I don't know how fat he is, but he's fat, that's for sure. And I'm only 112 kilos at the moment, and I feel fat, I can feel the difference on so many levels. I'm fat, I'm just so fat. I feel so fat, and I don't understand how other people that is fatter than me can live with it, It's like it must be terrible to be so fat, It's absolutely terrible. This guy is huge, This guy is huge. I don't know how many kilos he is, but he's huge, And it's kind of, it's very huge. He really needs to lose that fat like myself, and stop eating for some time, I guess, or some juice fasting.
Maybe still do some. Let's just do some
Push-ups.
stand-up push-ups while we're here.
He's doing great, But yeah, he's think about being so fat so you can't even stand up. But I can see how it, of course, it doesn't help with my glass in my feet, because then you begin to walk differently, and of course when you don't have any help for getting that out, it's kind of an issue because the whole of the society, of course, is deeply criminal, full of demons, and of course demon-possessed people kind of don't want to help you. And of course, they also hurt other people that are, it's a sickening system. But anyway, even if everything looks good right on the outer surface, it might not be, It's incredible. They will say, oh, well, that looks good. Yeah, maybe on the outer surface, but I still have glass in my toes, right? Well, the one of those that checked up in regards of ultra scan and all that. And they were like, oh, well, your toes looks good and all that. Oh, the toe looks good. Yeah, it might look good, but inside there's glass. So it doesn't matter how it looks on the outer surface if when you have glass inside of it, you know? Just because the cup looks beautiful on the outside doesn't mean that what is inside of the cup is any good, okay? It's just disgusting, filthy. You don't have any help, right? I thought it was like a thing that the medical mafia could maybe do something about, but apparently they're just mostly 90 to 95 incompetent. I have no idea why we pay so many resources for this incompetent, sick system of the devil, you know? They are absolutely, disgusting. And that's the only thing we have as a safety net to help us when we go through the bottom floor, right? And then when you find out there's no safety net, there's only knives to kill you. You fall into all these knives and they're ready to butcher you and hurt you further and kill you off. That's the safety net we have. So disgusting, you know. But anyway, of course, in regards of being too fat, including myself, that's something I can do something about myself. I can stop eating, right? A lot of the other things I just can't really do much about. I tried to find the glass pieces and I just got another glass piece in my foot another place and I just so terrible, you know. And all these things that throwing people out of their living space and wasting their time on this and that. It's just when the people had said no, we don't want to have renewal of our apartment so they get more expensive and all that. No. Well, we'll just vote for it again and push some more propaganda until you say yes, right? It's disgusting on so many levels. Anyway, Eric, thumbs up for it, Eric. Thumbs up, Eric. Go for it. Lose some fat, Because there's no lie, being too fat is just, painful, Can't really do much in regards of being fat,
Let's see how far we can go down.
I wish I could write to you. Maybe I can send you a message, maybe, actually.
5 minutes?
Yeah,
I could definitely go for longer.
Let's see, message to Eric, let's see.
I feel it in my, like I said, my calf area.
Yeah, see if we can.
My butt muscles.
Hey.
I felt tensing up on my hips.
There we go, so I can write to him afterwards.
It's just crazily insane to think that it wasn't that long ago that standing up for me wasn't even a thing. And I literally just stood up for a whole 5 minutes plus did some standing push-ups.
Yeah, but he still needs to lose a lot of more weight for sure. I wonder, he's probably double the size of me. I could, or maybe even more, And I will be so freeing for this guy if he loses, this weight. And hopefully I can lose like 30 kilos myself, or something of that. But, it's like, I know how to do it, right? But the willpower is gone. It's like when I was young, I had the willpower, but I didn't know in regards to things. And now I know, but I don't have the willpower anymore. It's just, one of the quickest ways to lose weight is to juice fast. Now, of course, in regards to juicing and all that, you can have issues in regards of sugar, right? Well, you get a lot of sugar, right? But overall, if you fresh press the juice and all that, you get, from the natural sources and all that, and you can lose weight very quickly while still having energy. As far as I recall, you still kept on having energy to do things, while as if you water fast or dry fast, you don't have that energy. You lose the energy to do things. Everything becomes a lot harder to do. To move around and all that becomes a lot harder when you water fast or dry fast. a lot of things becomes, a struggle to do. Whereas when you juice fast, as far as I recall, you still have a lot of energy. You have more than enough energy to do your things that you usually do, because you're getting your energy by the sugar, and you're losing a tremendously amount of fat. 1.6 kilos daily was pretty much what I lost when it was very quickly losing fat. When you get into the juice fasting in the beginning and you have enough fat, or you have more than enough extra fat and all that, the body will lose fat like, it's just pretty much just melt away. 1.6 kilos a day, and you can drink as much juice as you want. I did that. I did a 61 days juice fasting in the past, and I was pretty thin at the last part, but I was light as a feather, and there was like jumping up the stairways and all that, and I felt like, wow, that was just wonderful. So it's incredible in regards to these other, where, oh, you need to get into keto mode to lose fat and all. Are you kidding me? You know, you just need, if you just do some juice fasting, you will lose weight. Just look at all the fruitarians or the vegetarians that don't do, that don't do much fat. They might do some avocados and all that, but overall, they don't do much fat. They do a lot of sugar, right? Do they look fat? No, they don't look. They can, many vegetarians can eat. If you are fruitarians, or eating vegetables and all that. Many can eat as much as they want and still lose fat. They're pretty much slim, and actually, some of them are even too slim. They become very, very slim, and to the point where it actually looks very unhealthy. But you can eat as much as you want, being a fruitarian or vegetarian. But of course, it doesn't mean that it's a good thing in regards of fungus, because fungus loves sugar, and there can be a lot of sugar in this, diet. But of course, there are, like cucumbers don't have that much sugar in it. I guess carrots or some. It's just incredible. I had like, oh yeah, olives. That's true. Olives have zero sugar as well, although they're pretty fatty. And a little antifungal as well, very low in sugar. There's one more thing. Olives, well, avocados, of course, but you can't really juice fast on them. But they are also very low on sugar. And then you have cucumbers, right? But cucumbers you can make juice out of. You can't really make any juice out of avocados, as far as I know. Maybe some of the very hard ones. I haven't tried. I don't think it probably becomes more of a. Well, I might actually have tried, but it's hard to remember all these things. By the way, I tried this thing here. Tamol ointment, which is like a drawing salve, but I don't think it works much. At least I still have my glasses in my feet and all that, and it's really a small thing. But maybe I should buy some more and give it another go. Maybe I should order like 3 or 4 or something like that, and then just buy some more of this, and then just pour it on, and hopefully it will work itself out. But sadly, it doesn't seem to work it out. So I have to get the glass out, And now, of course, I've gotten some more glass, and I can't find it. I'm also, I'm not that, it's harder to also get to the spots, right? It's on the fingers, and I've become a lot less, what do you call it? It's called something in regards of, in English, let's see, in English. See what this called. I've become a lot less, flexible. That's what it is, apparently. Flexible. So it's harder to get to the feet, right? You try to get to your feet, right, to see where the glass is, but it's very hard because it's just not easy anymore to get to the point of of these places anymore. I'm getting more stiff, and I guess I'm getting older and fatter and all that. So that's terrible. And of course, the medical mafia and these bullshitters and unlicensed, these murderers and all that, are pretty much to no help at all. But this, Eric, I hope you lose a lot more fat. I hope you lose a lot more fat so you can go around and enjoy walking around, and so keep it on. The exercise is of course great, right? But the very, very, very thing is in regards of just stop eating the wrong things, right? And then you will lose fat very quickly. Again, you can pretty much do a lot of vegetables and greens and all that and lose a lot of fat. And of course, if you eat vegetables and fruit, it will take a longer time, but it will be very, very much harder to actually put on weight. So, see, headphones users, be aware. I'm not sure what he's.
And I'm super excited for this. I'm ready to start pushing forward and advancing forward in my journey of weightlifting. And I freaking love weightlifting, and I freaking love all of you. I can't wait till the machine gets here, and have a good day. Alright, everybody. So I have some awesome news for all of you, and I am super excited. If you can't tell, then you are blind. Okay, so
in regards to the headphones, we are aware it's because he's talking very loudly, I guess. So that's not really in regards of anything in regards to headphones. But again, in regards to training and all that, it's pretty much, you losing some fat. Of course, exercise can do wonders as well. But in regards to losing fat, some fasting, some juice fasting. The juice fasting, as far as I know, is the best way to lose fat. And the less fat you have, the less kilos you have, the lighter you feel, I don't know why a lot of people want to be like big and have a lot of muscles and all that, and do like being like this and that, and they can't really move much around because of all their muscles and all that. I don't get that, I never gotten that, because I don't want to be big, I want to be like slim and to be able to do things, not in regards of heavy thing and being a big guy and muscles all over because you can't wipe your butthole and all that. It's like, well, who would? Yeah, I don't understand this, but some people just want to be big, big, right? Lots of muscles and all that, and yet they're so clumsy, in regards of not being able to really, they're just big and it's not me. I'd rather be this, if anything, in regards of slim, right? Have the agility or whatever you want to call it. Have the, to run, to do things, and all that. That was always my point of view. Although I never really got that point of view, and now of course I'm fatter than ever. I really need to. First thing really is to lose the fat. The first objective I really would need to do is to lose 30 kilos. That would be a very good beginning. Then I would be around 80 kilos. I would be a very, very nice. How low did I actually get in the past? Did I get like to 63 or something, or 64 kilos or something? I can't remember. I got pretty low, but at least getting it down to 80 kilos would be nice. Maybe even less than 80 kilos. I don't mind being slim. That's fine, That's actually more than fine. So you can do things with your body instead of feeling so. And of course, the joint issues I have as well after breaking my knuckle. And after breaking my knuckle, because of the medical doctors just making you believe that something, it's just up in your head and all that, right? So I felt like, okay, I didn't really. Oh, well, anyway. It's all going downhill, right? It's all going downhill. We're all going to die. So we better grab Jesus before that happens. Yeah, we better cling to the truth. So, yeah. No, I'm not entirely sure what to do with the glass in my feet. I guess I might also become a little more flexible if I can lose some fat and all that. Yeah, that would really be the first thing. If I can just begin to juice fast, and it shouldn't really be that hard. I've done it before, and yet I'm like the willpower. The willpower is gone, and I just don't have the willpower anymore. It seems, is there really the willpower that lacks? Now, if it's not one affliction, it's another affliction, a third affliction, a fourth affliction. It doesn't seem to be any way out of it. It's just terrible. But yeah. But of course, in regards of fatness, I should be able to do something about that myself. And overall, that would help in regards of my feet, even if I can't walk correctly at the moment because of my glass. Although it does help if I take the Jerusalem shoes on I have, it helps. It kind of seems to absorb the feet better, so it doesn't stress those parts. It's stressing those parts less because my toes have made like these gravel things, so it's pretty much other places of the foot that also gets yeah, so that's a help, although of course it doesn't feel normal to have foreign substances in your feet. It's terrible because it doesn't help you in regards of walking around, and I already began to have issues in regards of being too fat, and then I got glass in my feet, and it's just all downhill from there on pretty much. It's terrible. Yeah, I need to stop. I need to stop eating. I think I'll just I'll eat the things that I have in my apartment and begin to juice fast and juice fast and juice fast. I really need to do that. Apparently, I have about a month that I need to begin to move, and if I'm going to move, it would be nice to have some kilos off as well. Like if I can drop 10 kilos, that's already 10 kilos better in some sense. If I could drop nearly 20 kilos, that could even be better. But I have around 30 days before needing to move into another place. So, yeah. So if I begin after the Sabbath, if I can pretty much eat whatever I have in this household and then begin to juice fast from Sunday. But again, that's I don't know if I'm going to. I really need to take myself and do something about it. Just juice fast, get some apples or oranges, some carrots or whatever, and just begin to juice fast. I don't know how many liters do can I usually drink? 4 liters or something like that. Whatever. So get some vegetables or some carrots and just begin to juice fast again, and then just move on that. Of course, I don't know if I just take a liter a day, if that would, if I would lose as much weight as if drinking 4 liters a day or something like that. But the thing is, at least I know it doesn't. If I drink 4 liters, I won't. It will still drop weight. I know. I will still move down in weight, and yeah. So that's. But that the fat guy. I think I'll send a message to him and tell him, just go for it, right? You have the willpower, it seems to have the willpower. He's younger and so forward, and usually you have seemingly more willpower when you are younger. At least that was what I had. I had much more willpower when I was younger, but I didn't know in regards of fixing my issues. A lot of my issues could have been fixed, if I had known the things that I know today, but sadly, that was not to happen. So, it could have been a lot worse, I guess. A lot of people have a lot of worse conditions, but yeah, it's a suffering. Life is a huge suffering, a huge trip of a lot of suffering, pain, affliction, bleeding. Oh yeah, itching, nipping, crawling, and I'm missing one. It's just disgusting. It can really become a, you know, it's like there's no way out. There doesn't seem to be no way out. Besides, death, and then the resurrection to eternal life. This life is just for a time. These inflictions are just for a time. And then we are promised everlasting life when Yeshua resurrects us. If he speaks the very words in regards of claiming us, yeah, we don't want to hear the words, I never knew you, depart from me, ye that work iniquity, or you that are without the law, right? We don't want to hear that. And the law stands, of course. The law is in effect. A lot of people try to attack the law of God and say it's done away and all that, and that's not true. It's, of course, a deception or from the devil. Oh, you can maybe see my glasses now. So these are the new glasses I got, cheap glasses. They're blue. Well, I guess you can see the blue. That's pretty good, I like the color, although they did seem to look a little different on the pictures, but maybe it was because of the light. I can see in the camera, it seems like it it gets a little white in it, but there's not really any white in it it's just blue. But that's perfect for the rest of my, whatever. Maybe they're more, no, they are blue, I think. Yeah, blue. But they did look a little different on the screen when she showed me. But maybe that's in regards of, how the light pretty much. But hey, blue glasses, fine. I bought 3 of them and hopefully they won't break as fast as, I bought another pair, broke the very same day I bought them, It's incredible that you can't make any glasses that don't break, right? But of course they do that on purpose, So, but as long as you can look out of them and all that, that's fine. Oh, still have a liter of juice to drink. I kind of did too much of that. I should have waited. But of course, the nice thing is that I don't need any freezer for this, So, in some sense, I could just have, vegetables, of this and that. Yeah. And just, I don't need a freezer for that or refrigerator. And of course, I don't have a freezer or any refrigerator because, trying to get off the power. I have some solar panels, as you can see. It's actually pretty visible on the camera. So these are the 2 solar panels that I bought to getting energy. And it's getting better now that the sun begins to come forward. It was a very terrible. I didn't really get much. And apparently solar panels are also getting much more expensive. Everything is getting more expensive. And there was a specific kind of solar panels I would have liked to try out and see how they would be doing in the winter time and all that. But yeah, too expensive, It's incredible how expensive, Apparently they were already expensive beforehand. Now they're even more expensive, and it's like, oh my, give me a break. But it would have been nice to see how that type of solar panels would do compared to the others, because in the winter time they really didn't give much, if any, energy. So at least you have around 3 months where it's very, very little energy that they're providing. So. Of course, if you have light, that's enough, right? But the question is, do you have enough for headlight and all that? Maybe you could get another battery that I could charge up with 12 volts or something like that. If I could figure that out, I could maybe buy some of these ship batteries and charge them up before, in the summertime or something like that, and charge them up and put them to the side and then just, see how that goes. So I have some juice here, 1 more liter. I've already been drinking 2 liters. Here we have another, so that's around 3 liters of juice. Way too much, but I tended to, I should have put them to the side. Have some of these green things, and then I have some avocados, which I'm not sure actually might actually be in bad condition. But I'll eat whatever. I should also look into sorting out things. But yeah, in regards to moving again, that's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, losing some fat would be not bad. Like, look at that. Look at that. I'm just pregnant, right? You can't say I haven't felt how it is to be pregnant anymore, because look at that stomach. Wow, it's big, you know. There could be like twins or whatever in there, you know. That could be maybe, that's a big stomach. I'm too fat, you know. It's really, it wasn't interesting, you know, very interesting, because when I began to take, I couldn't really see it, you know. But now 113.6 kilos. Well, that's with some clothing on, of course. Some, what do you call it? Some shorts and a t-shirt. Well, I guess that's not really much. 113 kilos. I need to lose 30 kilos. 30 kilos needs to be, and it's just terrible, you know, these other people that are just so much bigger. I don't understand why they wouldn't think that this is terrible. Or maybe they are thinking it's terrible and they just don't do anything about it. I guess it's a bad circle to get into. But if that's the only issue you really have, is that you're too fat and all that, just get on going with some juice fasting and you can lose weight very quickly. Now again, I don't know in regards to if you could, you know, cucumber are not that much sugar. So if you didn't want too much sugar, of course, you still need something to keep you going if you don't want to get into this state of not being slow and all that. And you know. But you know, you can drink as much as you want without any issue in regards to, you know, it will still lose fat. And it really seemed like more, you know, the more that you were drinking, the more you would lose. But at least you didn't take on fat just because, you know, because sugar doesn't make you fat. And then you hear these people that, you know, oh, you know, you need to get into keto mode and all that. What other bullshit, you know? It's just incredible. But that's a lot of bullshit. You just need to drink some juice fast, you know. If you juice fast for 7 to 14 days, you know, and only drink juice, just look at what you started with in regards to the weight and what you ended with. If you can keep it just for 14 days, you will have lost a lot of weight. I think if I calculated how much fat I would lose, it would be like, you know, 10 days would be, if you say, actually that would actually be much more than I think actually. If you say 1.6 kilo a day, right, you have, that's actually 16 kilo for 10 days. That's actually a lot more that you could actually lose in 30 days. Okay, anyway, so I guess I'll eat my popcorns that I have, which is really not good if you have a fungal infection and issues, male issues and all that. Yeah, anyway. So after the Sabbath, which is closing to begin, I will begin a juice fast. I think that's what I'm going to set myself for. I will begin a juice fast on Sunday and see if I can keep the pressure on myself to only do juice as food and keep that going. And just try it out for 10 days. 10 days, I should actually have lost 16 kilos in 10 days, actually. If I lose around 1.6 kilos, right, and times 10, that should be, of course, that's the beginning period and all that, but around 16 kilos, right? So actually, maybe I can actually drop a lot more kilos than I thought in regards of 30 days. If I have 30 days to lose weight, and I begin from Sunday. Of course, 1.6 kilos is only in regards of when it's when the body really feels like it can lose a lot of weight. It seems it's really going to drop the kilos very quickly. There's a period, it begins, you drop weight every single day, right? It goes very quickly, and then there's a period where it begins to shorten off in regard to the weight. When you begin to become slimmer, it begins to stop using the fat. But of course, then you're also a lot, less fat, so you don't need much energy to actually jump around. You become very light, and you can fly around. Of course, in regards to the glass in my feet will still be a problem, but at least you feel a lot more, you feel more like a feather, right? Than when you are fat, So, caught with my trash before the sunset. We have a call. Okay. I don't know if I can actually. Ja, hallo?
Ja, det er Kasper i den anden ende.
Jeg er lige på live her. Kan vide, om den... Nej, det er fint nok, for jeg lukker bare live ned, men kan vide, om den egentlig optager overhovedet også, mens jeg sidder på live.
Ja, okay.
Altså, den skulle optage nu. Hvis du går ind på YouTube, så skulle du kunne høre dig selv. Altså, man kan vide, om det egentlig virker, fordi så kunne man jo ringe... Altså, hvis den fortsætter med at optage og sende, så kunne man jo ringe til for eksempel politiet, eller politiet og alle de andre der. Så kunne man lige sige, hey, og så køre det på livestream der. Det kunne egentlig være meget fint, altså.
Ja, jeg prøver lige at se, om jeg kan se det sådan lige umiddelbart.
Ja, det er nok svært at finde, men jeg tror, den er på paven666.dk. Hvis du søger på 666.dk, det er vist den profil, jeg uploader til i øjeblikket.
Ja,
Ja. Ja.
Jo, nej, der er noget her streamet for 2 år siden. Lad os lige prøve at se, om der er...
Ja, det skulle være noget, der kører nu, altså.
Jo, der står noget her, I'm fat.
Ja, I'm fat, det er lige præcis den, ja.
Okay, jamen jeg prøver lige at skrue op en gang, så jeg kan høre dig.
Ja, du skulle ligesom kunne høre dig selv, altså også. Men jeg ved ikke, hvor meget der er i det, men jeg ved ikke, jeg kan også vise den der, there we go, så kommer dit telefonnummer godt nok lige på internettet der.
Den er sådan meget lav, men det virker stadig ikke helt som om... Nå ja, nu kan jeg høre dig, men der er godt nok en lang forsinkelse.
Ja, det er der selvfølgelig. Sådan er det med YouTube, altså.
Men lyden er rigtig lav.
Ja, det er skødt, altså.
Ja, fordi jeg har skruet helt op, altså sådan, og det kan alligevel spille rimelig højt.
Ja. Men man kan godt høre det, eller hvad, hvis man skruer helt op?
Ja, det kan man godt.
Okay, men ja, det er jo skødt, at den er så lav. Men altså, jeg må jo prøve, når jeg får den nye mobil, og se, hvordan det så er, altså. Eller finde et andet program eller sådan noget, fordi så kunne det jo være fint nok at ringe til politiet live eller et eller andet, og så lægge linket ind, altså, mens man ringer, fordi folk er jo noget mere interesseret i, hvis man ringer til politiet eller nogle af de der instanser. Man kunne selvfølgelig også bare optage dem og så. Men igen, jeg ved ikke, hvordan det bliver med den nye mobil og sådan lidt at optage telefonopkald.
Ja, altså forhåbentlig steder, så man bedre kan høre lyden, fordi jeg er ikke sikker på, at man kan høre det der, hvis man ser det på en mobiltelefon, fordi jeg har skruet virkelig, altså det højeste man kan op, og jeg skal stadigvæk sådan virkelig lytte efter for at kunne høre, hvad det er, der bliver sagt.
Okay. Godt. Altså jeg kan ikke rigtig gøre så meget andet end... Nu er den skruet helt op, men det kan godt være, at den optager måske på mikrofonen fra toppen af. Og det vil sige, hvis lyden kommer ned i bunden, og mikrofonen sidder heroppe. Jeg vil lige prøve at puste i mikrofonen. Hvis det er den, så skulle den sidde heroppe. Så skulle man kunne høre, at jeg puster. Men det, når der er flere mikrofoner på din mobiltelefon, så er det jo svært at finde ud af.
Ja, det kan man høre i hvert fald.
Ja, okay. Det kan jeg godt se. Okay, så er det nok den øverste mikrofon, den bruger. Så.
har lidt svært ved at høre mig selv.
Ja, men det er fordi, at højtalerne er jo nede i bunden, altså.
Nå, okay, ja, det kan gå mening.
Så når mikrofonen er nede i bunden, eller hvad hedder det, når højtalerne er nede i bunden, så er den modsat mikrofonen jo. Men der er jo også en anden mikrofon, som er nederst i bunden, men hvis den ikke bliver brugt, så er det jo sådan lidt ligegyldigt, altså, så hjælper det jo ikke noget.
Nej.
Så skulle man fikse et eller andet, hvor højtaleren ligesom kom ind i mikrofonen på en eller anden led, altså bruge et jackstick til ligesom med højtaleren, og så føre højtaleren op, hvor mikrofonen er. Så vil du kunne høre dig selv, og så det vil sige, du kan nok høre mig bedre, end du kan høre dig selv.
Ja, det synes jeg også, når jeg hører den der, så synes jeg ikke rigtig kan høre mig selv. Altså, det er lige svagt nogle gange, kan jeg godt lide.
Ja, okay.